What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on like these recent reports of Maverick Carter getting dropped from the like LeBron James European League that he's starting up, right? And I think, in my opinion, look, I think Maverick Carter he don't mind being dropped from this, right? Because I made a video a while ago about Maverick Carter. Like, Maverick Carter keeps a low profile. He's not like Rich Paul and going around, and really he don't do so much of the boasting and the pumping up of LeBron James. He more so operated behind the scenes, right? And a while ago, I don't know if this was like close to a year ago, somebody asked Maverick Carter who he thought the GOAT was. Was it Michael Jordan or LeBron James? And the only person in LeBron James' camp to say that Michael Jordan was the GOAT was Maverick Carter. And I was like, like Maverick Carter, in my opinion, is different because here it is. He's working for LeBron James, but he was still able to give his honest opinion. He said it was Michael Jordan, right? And you have Rich Paul running around saying that, LeBron is the GOAT. Then you have other people who are like Nick Wright, Kendrick Perkins, Shannon Sharp. All of those guys are saying it's LeBron James. Now, I don't have a problem with people saying that if you really believe if you really believe that LeBron James is the GOAT and you say it, then that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But the fact that Maverick Carter, you know, didn't go with the status quo, like LeBron is this guy. He worked with and for LeBron James. So most people would feel like, like entitled or not entitled, but felt like that they had to go along with the status quo and they had to say that it was LeBron James, right? So right then and there, I was like, Rich Paul he has his own mindset and he's willing to, to express his own feelings and stuff, right? So now, with that being said, fast forward to LeBron James had a meeting on a private yacht with who was the guy with Jokic and an agent, Jokic's agent. And I think it was right, and they were talking about a league. And so when they were talking about starting that league, people had kind of speculated and said, well, yeah, LeBron and he's trying to incorporate the Joker in this league. But I think that Rich Paul knows that it's not really a good idea for LeBron James to start a league up and try to compete with the NBA. I think I think Maverick Carter knows that that's not, from a business standpoint, is not really a good move. You have LeBron James, who was basically, if you think about it, he was basically like the NBA created him. And so now for him to try to destroy the NBA and want to compete against the NBA, I think he's taken on a lot. Even if it's a European league, I think some people around the NBA will take offense to that. And I think that Maverick Carter realizes that. And I think behind the scenes, Maverick Carter is expressing certain things to LeBron James. If you watch the way LeBron James move, and then you watch what, like, what's the other guy, Rich Paul says, and they pretty much go along with everything that LeBron say, right? But I think Maverick Carter is the lone voice of reason within that camp, and that's probably why Maverick Carter has gotten dropped from the LeBron James league that he want to start up in he wants to start this league up over there in Europe. He probably see that the writing's on the wall. He probably understand that this is a sinking ship. He probably looking at some of the moves that LeBron James is making. See, because like I said, he's operating in the background. So he has time to really like ponder on these different things and think and strategize. And if this is your strategy, just like recently, like when LeBron James did this that fake retirement thing, right? I don't think that that fake retirement was a good idea because it mimicked a controversial situation that LeBron had with the decision that he made, back in, I think I forgot what it was. I forgot the year, but when he left Cleveland to go to Miami, right? He left Cleveland the first time to go to Miami, and that was controversial. Some people thought it was, they didn't have a problem with the decision. Some people, was outraged by it. But to use that situation, like it was just so polarizing, it just seemed like you would want to stay away from that. You found another way. Like if you wanted to promote Hennessy, I think it's Hennessy. If you want to promote some type of alcohol, then you could find another way of doing that. You know, but I just don't get the feeling that Maverick Carter is somebody who is telling LeBron James everything that he want to hear. And the fact that Maverick Carter has been dropped from this, I think is not a bad thing for Maverick Carter, because I think LeBron James is just making a whole lot of bad mistakes, right? And I don't know if who are his handlers, right? And let me say this about like his handlers. Usually, like if he have handlers, most of the time, like his handlers would be working in behalf of like Nike and the NBA. So any decisions that LeBron James make would take Nike and the NBA into consideration first. Like they would not allow LeBron James to do anything that's going to make the NBA look bad or anything that's going to make Nike look bad. That's going, you know what I mean? That's going to reflect on Nike. But all the decisions, if you notice, all the decisions are based on like what LeBron James want to do and not what's best for for the league or what's best for Nike, like his biggest sponsor, right? And so that's how I know that LeBron James is basically just doing things on his own. I think that it's just like a political campaign, right? Like like when you look at this GOAT debate, it's a political campaign. Like Nike is sponsoring Michael Jordan and Nike is sponsoring LeBron James. So Nike can't lose either way, right? But Nike sees that like LeBron James is winning when it comes to public opinion. I'm sorry, Michael Jordan is winning when it comes to public opinion. Michael Jordan is winning when it comes to like with his peers. When you think about NBA players and ex NBA players, like most of those guys believe that Mike is the GOAT. So Nike is basically, they was in a no lose situation anyway. But Nike probably knew all the time that LeBron James wasn't gonna come out on top of this GOAT debate. And so now that's why they're allowing LeBron James to sink his own ship. So they won't have to, Nike won't have to take responsibility for the poor decisions that LeBron is making. Because if LeBron James was in a situation where he couldn't, like if it was a situation where like LeBron can't fail, we need LeBron, then Nike, would have stepped in with a handler, with some people that like some PR people, and then they would have took over like molding his image, his advertising, his branding, and presenting him. But LeBron James is basically out here just doing things himself. That's what handlers do. Like they protect the interests of the people who support you. And if they not really supporting LeBron James, then that means that they are more likely leaning towards supporting Michael Jordan than they are LeBron James. And so Maverick Carter realizes this, and Maverick Carter is probably you'll see he's going to separate himself from LeBron James. And I think that this is just the beginning of that. I think other people, once LeBron James retire, I think like everybody who's been supporting him, they will, once those checks stop, I think they will separate themselves from LeBron James too. And they will, like, they'll come up with some reason, some frivolous reason, like, oh, he's gone too far this time. Once those checks stop, then they'll know that okay, it's time for us to jump ship. But yeah, that this right here, when you see somebody jump ship like this is just a sign of what's to come. Um, Maverick Carter was just one of the first to get off the ship, but it's more to come when it comes to this LeBron James ship is sinking. So that's all I had to say on it. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.